or even just something that you can put off to the side. Sit comfortably, legs crossed. I like to have a block to each side so when we do our side twist, we can rest our forearm on it if we like. Close your eyes for just one moment. Lean a little bit forward and lift your sit bones. And then as you exhale, lean a little bit back and root your sit bones into the earth. And then kind of find that sweet spot in the middle where your shoulders are over your hips. And then pull your head back slightly so your head's over your shoulders. And on the next inhale, lengthen. And imagine the crown of your head reaching up towards the ceiling, getting long, creating space. And as you exhale, visualize and see your shoulders going towards the earth. Your ribs going towards the earth, your navel pulling towards your spine. And start slowing down that breath even more. Do at least a 4 or 5 count inhale or exhale. You can make the exhale a little bit longer than the inhale. Take 2 more long, slow, deep breaths, just like that. This time, make your inhale as long as you can. Make the breath as deep as you can. And as you exhale, let it all out the mouth. And then go back to your natural breath and just observe the difference. Notice how you're feeling. Notice where you have any tensions, any tightness, tinglings. And then when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. As you inhale, turn your palms up, reach up. Get long as you bring your palms together, look up. And as you exhale, turn your torso to the right side. Bring your left hand down on your right knee and your right hand down on the floor behind you. And then as you inhale, lift up through the sternum again. As your spine gets long, maybe your gaze will shift up. And then as you exhale, look a little bit deeper, twist a little deeper, looking over the shoulder behind you. And maybe press down with your hand to your knee as you exhale. Maybe walk your fingers a little bit further to the side of the body. Two more breaths right here. And then when you're ready, as you inhale, unwind, turn your palms up, reach up, get long in the middle. Exhale, turn your torso to the left. Right hand on the left knee, left hand on the floor behind you. Inhale, lengthen as your sternum lifts up, the gaze lifts up. The spine is long, and then as you exhale, twist deeper, looking over that left shoulder. Rooting the hips down. Maybe pressing that hand down firmer on the knee. Maybe walking the hand behind you, a little bit further behind you. My back just cracks and pops the whole time I'm in this pose here. So feel the side body open and embrace it. And then this time, as you inhale, unwind, bring your palms together, reach up. And as you exhale, lower your right hand down and reach that left hand over to the right side. And you can put that right hand down on a block or all the way down on the floor. You can start with a straight arm. And then you can move to the bent arm. Really root the outside of the left hip down so you're feeling a big stretch in this kind of outside hip area. And really try to touch that far wall with the fingertips, the middle left fingertips. And then shift your gaze down. And as you inhale, take your left hand and reach forward to the right side, over towards the corner, and get a nice stretch here. Bring that left shoulder down. Take a few breaths. And then on your next inhale, come back to that position, lifting that left hand up over your head. Exhale, try to touch that far wall again. Shift your gaze down to that right hand, and then maybe this time you come all the way down on the floor. Inhale, reach, look at the wall. Exhale, try to touch that far right wall. Reach the outside of that hip down. And then as you inhale, shift your gaze up and take that left elbow back a bit. Really feeling the outside of the body open up. Before you come up, slightly pull in below the navel, and then as you inhale, reach up with the top arm, bring the bottom arm up. Exhale, second side. Bring that left arm down to the blocker, forearm to the blocker, all the way down, and take the top arm, reach all the way over to the left side. Really sort of root that right sit bone down. And really reach at the same time with that right hand. And then when you're ready, shift your gaze down. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, use your right hand to reach forward and down. Bringing that right shoulder down, allowing your head to go towards the earth. It may not touch, that's fine. And root that right sit bone down and feel that stretch. Let your head hang for a moment. Slightly engage below the navel and protect that low back. On your next inhale, allow that right hand to come up and come back to that position. Exhale here. This time, maybe you can bring your left hand all the way to the floor or left forearm all the way to the floor. Inhale, reach again, the right hand all the way towards the far left wall. And as you exhale, root the outside of the hip down. And on your next inhale, gently shift your gaze up and take that right elbow back a little bit. Feel the outside of that whole right side body open up. One more breath. And then this time as you inhale, allow the top arm to lift, bring the bottom arm up with it. Exhale, hands down in front of you. So if you have your blocks, you can place your blocks kind of in front of you and we do a little shoulder stretch. If you don't have your blocks, you can just forward fold. Maybe inhale, lifting the chest up. If you have the blocks, put your elbows or forearms on the blocks and then exhale, fold. Let your head hang between the shoulders. Let your neck release. Maybe even sway just a little bit your torso left to right. Now your next inhale, gently allow your torso to come up, straighten your arms, walk your hands back. Beautiful. And then find yourself a tabletop. You can move your props to the side. And play with your cat-cow, so your hands are shoulders width apart, your knees are hips width apart. As you inhale, you find a cow pose. You bring your chest between your arms, you look up, you broaden across the shoulders, you broaden your sit bones, making that U with your spine. And then as you exhale, you round into a cat shape, bringing your chin towards your chest, pulling your navel towards your spine, and really stretching out. And then maybe you add a little side bend if it feels good. It's up to you. And then do several breaths here, moving at a nice slow pace that works for you, flowing between cat and cow. Adding whatever feels good, maybe child's pose after cat pose. Maybe you decide to add some hip circles. Just take a few more breaths right here, adding whatever feels good, removing what you don't want. One more breath. And at the end of that exhale, curl your toes, lift your hips, and find a down dog. Let your head hang and relax. Press firmly out of your fingertip pads and the base knuckles of each finger. Heels go in the direction of the earth. They don't have to touch. Feet are parallel. They're about hips width apart. It's about 2 fists between the heels. You're going for the long spine. Even if your legs are bent, I still want your spine long and straight. And when you're ready, as you inhale, reach that right foot all the way up to the ceiling. Try to touch the ceiling with the ball of the foot. Level out the shoulders. Bring that right shoulder down. Make circles with the right angle. Maybe even lift that left heel. And then bend the knee and stack the hip. And either let it hang open in a 3-legged dog or do circles if that feels good to you, whatever feels good. Take a few more breaths. And then either stay here or find a wild thing by shifting your weight to the left hand, coming on the outside edge of the left foot as the right foot comes to the floor. Lift your hips up and reach that right hand over your head. Reach your pubic bone up, press firmly out of that left hand. See if you can almost straighten that arm. And maybe you reach that right hand over your head so much it's almost going towards the floor. 2 more breaths. And then when you're ready, shift your gaze down. As you inhale, bring the right hand down, reach that right foot up. And as you exhale, bring it down. Find your down dog. Take a moment. When you're ready, as you inhale, allow that left foot to come all the way up towards the ceiling. Allow your head to relax. Allow your chest to go towards your thighs. Press evenly out of both hands. Bring that left shoulder down. Maybe that right heel comes up because you're getting so long, trying to reach to the ceiling. You're not dumping into anything. You're pressing out, reaching out. And then when you're ready, you can make circles with the left ankle. You can bend the left knee. You can stack the hip and do a 3-legged dog. You can make circles with that left leg. Whatever feels good, and then let it hang open in a 3-legged dog for a few breaths right here. And if you want to find your wild thing, shift your weight to your right hand. Come a little forward and then come on the outside edge of the right foot as the left foot comes to the floor. Lift your hips up. Left hand over your head. Press firmly out of that right hand. That right arm is almost straight. Your hips are going high. Your left hand is reaching towards the floor over your head. Breathe. Wild thing. And then when you're ready, shift your gaze down. As you inhale, the left hand comes down. The left foot reaches up. And as you exhale, bring it down. So you can stay here or you can move through a vinyasa, bringing it forward to plank. Exhale, lowering down. Halfway. Inhale, chest comes through and up. Exhale, hips come up and back. Breathe here. Press firmly out of your fingertip pads, fingers spread wide. Really rooting into the base knuckle of the first finger and the thumb. And then when you're ready, as you inhale, allow your heels to come up. As you exhale, bend the knees, lower the hips, look forward. At the end of the breath, your feet walk, step, or float forward. Then inhale, come halfway up to the long spine. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold right here to Uttanasana. And hang out right here. Take a moment. Let your head fall away from your spine and your neck release. Your hands can either stay on the floor. You can hold your elbows or your forearms in front of the legs, behind the legs. Maybe you walk your hands from one side to the other. Maybe you swing. Just take a few moments upside down. And then when you're ready, release your hands to the floor, rooting to your feet. As you inhale, come up, look up, reach up. Exhale, hands down. Take a moment right here in Tadasana and notice how you feel. And then Surya Namaskar A, modified. Inhale, reach up, look up as you bring your hands together. Exhale, turn your palms away and forward fold. Inhale halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. And then place your hands on the floor, walk, step, or jump your feet back to plank, pause here, heels to the back of the room. Take a moment, long spine, reaching the crown of your head towards the front of the mat, the heels to the back of the mat, fingers spread wide, pulling up and away from the floor towards the midline. Pressing firmly out of the floor. Breathe. 2 more breaths. And then when you're ready, as you inhale, shift slightly forward so your heels are over your toes. As you exhale, bend the elbows and lower down halfway so your elbows are in line with your shoulders. And then as you inhale, chest comes through and up. Take a moment here, breathe. Up dog, let your hips kind of hang, but press firmly out of your hands. Shoulders down the back. Release the low back. 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, as you inhale, allow your hips to come up. Roll over your toes, exhale, down dog. Take a few more breaths right here. As you inhale, lift that right leg all the way up. As you exhale, step it forward between your hands for low lunge. We keep that left knee up. Hands on either side of the foot, maybe on blocks if you prefer. Take a few more breaths right here, reaching the crown of your head to the front of the mat and your left heel towards the back of the mat. Place your left hand under your left shoulder inside the right foot. As you inhale, twisted lunge, lift your right hand, look up towards the ceiling. Stack right shoulder over left, pull the right hip back. Press the left heel back. Press firmly out of that left hand. Then shift your gaze down and bring that right hand down to frame the foot. Bend that left knee. And then when you're ready, bring both hands to the right knee. Sink into the lunge with the left knee down. You're lifting your chest up. You're letting your hips kind of sink, waist kind of coming forward. And we're going to add a twist here. So as you inhale, lift that left hand all the way up, reach up, get long, and as you exhale, take the outside of that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Bring your right hand and stack it on top of the left hand for prayer. Take a moment right here, really pressing the palms together, reaching your sternum up and to the right, looking over the right shoulder, letting the hips sink. And then when you're ready, if you want, you can either stay here or you can curl your left toes, pick up the left knee for the prayer twist lunge. Two more breaths. Pressing the left heel back. And then after that second breath, when you're ready, shift your gaze down. Release your prayer hands and frame that right foot. So we're going to move over to a side plank. Shift your weight to the left hand. Shimmy the right foot to the right. Come on the outside edge of that left foot. So you can have it like a kickstand. Lifting the hip, stacking the right hand over the left. Or you can stack the right foot on top of the left foot. Or you can stagger them one in front of the other. You decide. Hips high. Keep breathing. If you want to float the top leg, you can float it. And when you're ready, look down. Right hand comes down. Come back to plank. Inhale, reach that right leg up and behind you. Exhale, bring it forward for pigeon. Right knee behind right ankle. Right knee behind right wrist. Right ankle behind left wrist. Scooch that back, left leg back. You want this right knee kind of wider than the outside of the hip. So the outside of the hip is here, the knee is there. That allows the shin to come more up towards the front of the mat. And kind of pull the right hip back as you roll the left hip down. Take a few breaths up high. And before we come down, we're going to do a gentle twist, but this time bring a block kind of in front of that right knee. And as you begin to twist, take the left elbow to the block in front of the knee. And then bring your palms together. And do that same prayer twist that we did before, but with the elbow on the block. Allow that connection to release where the hips and the low back connect. Ooh, we just got a pop. Nice. 2 more breaths in the twist. And then when you're ready, as you inhale, gently release the prayer position. Bring the right hand down, unwind. And then as you exhale, come all the way down to your sleeping pigeon. Your head can rest on the block or on your forearms, whatever feels good. Two more breaths right here. And then when you're ready and you've completed your breaths, release your hands, allow them to come under your shoulders, and as you inhale, allow your chest to come up. Exhale, take a moment. Notice how you feel. And then when you're ready, curl the left toes. As you inhale, lean a little bit forward and bring that right leg back. Ooh, you can do the 3-legged dog. If you want to find that wild thing again, you can flip your dog to a wild thing. That feels good in the hips. And then when you're ready, shift your gaze down. Right hand reaches down, right foot reaches up. Exhale, bring it down out of vinyasa. Inhale, bringing it forward to plank. Exhale, lowering it down. Inhale, chest through and up. Exhale, hips up and back. Take a few breaths in your down dog. And then when you're ready, as you inhale, lift that left foot up. As you exhale, step it forward between your hands, but keep that right knee up. Frame that left foot, press that right heel back. Sink into the lunge. Crown of your head reaches towards the front of the mat. Right heel reaches towards the back of the mat. Gravity takes it towards the earth. You press away. And then whenever you're ready, on your exhale, we're going to twist the lunge. Sorry, my fault. Right hand under right shoulder, inside the left foot. As you inhale, lift that left hand, stack left shoulder over right. As you exhale, pull the left hip back. And if you feel like your hips are too high, slide the back foot back a little further. Widen the stance so your hips aren't as high. Press firmly out of the right shoulder so you're not dumping all your weight into the shoulder joint. And actively press down and away. One more breath. And then shift your gaze down and bring that left hand down, framing the foot. Bring that right knee down. Take a few breaths right here, letting the weight kind of sink down and forward. Hands can be on blocks or hands on the floor, either side of the foot. And when you're ready, bring your hands to the left knee. Sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, lengthen sternum up. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper down and forward. Right knee down. And now we're going to add the twist. So release your right hand. As you inhale, reach up with your right hand. Create this length along the body. And as you exhale, bring the outside of the right elbow to the outside of that left knee. And then take your left hand and bring your palms together. So take a few moments right here. Inhale, lengthening, crowning your head towards the front of the mat. Exhale, pressing the palms together and looking over the left shoulder as your hips sink. And then if you want to add a little more challenge, you can shift your gaze down, curl your right toes and pick that right knee up, and then press the right heel back. Your choice. And then maybe shift the gaze up again. Look over the shoulder as you pull the left hip back. Press the right heel back. Breathe. Two more breaths. And then the first thing you do after your breaths is shift your gaze down. Release the prayer grip. Frame your foot with your hands. We're going to move to a side plank. So shift your weight to the right hand. Come on the outside edge of the right foot as you shimmy the left foot to the left to make that kickstand. Lift the hips and then stack left hand over right. Vasisthasana. And then if you want to take it a little bit deeper, you can stack either left foot in front of right foot or left foot on top of right foot. Reaching, lengthening. Maybe floating the top leg. And then when you're ready, shift your gaze down, bring the left hand down, plank. Inhale, take it back. Hips up high. Lift that left leg. Exhale, bring it forward. Pigeon, left knee behind left wrist, left ankle behind right. And then slowly set that right hip down. You're rolling kind of that right knee totally down, the top of the right foot down. Left knee a little bit wider than the outside. Here's the hip, here's the knee. Shin as parallel as you can get it. Take a few breaths up high. And then if you want to add the twist that we did, before we fold down, take your block and put it on the floor in front of the left knee. And then when you're ready, as you inhale, you bring your right elbow over towards the block. Palms together. Exhale, press the palms even more together and look over that left shoulder. Ooh, that's deep in the hip. Only if you like it. And then if you're done with the prayer twist, as you inhale, gently unwind. Come back to pigeon. And then as you exhale, come down to a sleeping pigeon, lowering the chest either to the floor, to a block. Left hip rolls back, right hip rolls down. Just a few more breaths right here. Last breath. And then when you're ready, as you inhale, begin to kind of walk the hands back until they're under the shoulders. Exhale right here. Just take a moment. Seems like people get injured going into and coming out of poses, so I like to do it slowly. Curl your right toes, pick your right knee up off the mat. Inhale, lean a little forward, bring that left leg back, shake it out. And then either exhale and down dog, or maybe flip your dog for a wild thing. Coming to the outside edge of the right hand, lifting your hips. Left hand over your head, straightening the right arm. Nice little back bend. When you're ready, shift your gaze down, left hand comes down. Inhale, reach that left leg up. Exhale, bring it down. You can stay here or vinyasa. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, chest through and up. Exhale, hips up and back. Just a few more breaths right here. And then when you're ready, as you inhale, allow the heels to come up. As you exhale, bend the knees, lower the hips. At the end of the breath, hop the feet forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Root into your feet. Inhale, come up, reach up, bring your hands together as you look up. Exhale, hands down. Surya Namaskara B. Bend your knees, touch the floor with your hands. Inhale, find your chair pose. Exhale as you forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Place your hands down, walk, step, or jump the feet back. Exhale as you lower it down. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, hips up. Step that right foot forward, bring that left heel down. Inhale, warrior one. And then release that. Step it back. Come to plank. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, hips up. This time, left foot comes forward, right heel comes down. Inhale, both hands up, warrior one. Exhale, release that. Step it back, lower it down. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, hips up. Breathe here. As you inhale this time, step the right foot forward, bring the left heel down, and reach both hands up to warrior one. Exhale right here into warrior one, holding for a few breaths, keeping the right knee over the right heel, knee and toe facing forward, and the right heel in the arch alignment of that back left foot. Keeping the chest over the hips, keeping long through the spine. Breathe. Chest to the front of the room, hips to the front of the room. You can look up, you can hold the imaginary beach ball, or you can bring your palms together, gaze at your thumbs, or gaze right down the bridge of your nose if you prefer. Let's do a yoga mudra. So as you exhale, arms out to the sides, palms down, and then clasp your hands behind your back. As you inhale, chest up, look up, knuckles towards the floor. Exhale, fold forward, keeping the hands clasped behind the back. Allowing the crown of the head to reach towards the floor. Your body kind of comes to the inside of the right knee. Breathe into it. Keep the right knee over the heel. Kind of pull the body in under the body so your hips aren't popping way out to the side. And look at that back left foot. Is the arch lifted? Are you squishing in? You want to push into the outside edge to lift the arch of the back foot. On your next exhale, release both hands to the floor, framing that right foot. As you inhale, straighten the right leg. And then as you exhale, fold over that right straight leg. This time as you inhale, straighten the torso, backing it up halfway. As you exhale, walk your hands to the left and turn your right toes left. We're going to find Prasarita Padottanasana A. So hands on the floor, fingers spread wide. Take a nice deep inhale right here. And as you exhale, walk your hands back until the heels of your hands are in line with the heels of your feet.
Your elbows are over your wrist, and the crown of your head comes to the floor. I'll give you a side version of it. And play with shifting your weight out of your heels. If you have a press-up headstand in your practice, you can take a moment to do that now. Otherwise, just kind of get the feeling of really pressing into the earth with the heels of your hands, like the elbows are pressing down, and taking the weight out of the heels of your feet. And just get that feeling of lightness. Pulling the navel towards the spine. And then this time, as you inhale, back it up, walking your hands forward again, coming to that long spine. Exhale right there. Take a moment. This time we're going to see if we can reach all the way back. So take a nice deep inhale and turn your fingers towards the back. And as you exhale, reach your hands between your legs, fingers opposite direction of your toes. And see if you can kind of pull your body, bringing the crown of your head to the earth, but you're almost pulling your torso between your legs. Two more breaths. And then this time, as you inhale, slowly back it up, kind of walking out, bringing your fingers same direction as the toes again. Woo. And then go ahead and walk your hands to the right, frame that right foot, and then step it back, and either stay in your down dog or move through a one-legged vinyasa, and then find your down dog. And then when you're ready, as you inhale, lift the left leg up. As you exhale, step it forward for warrior one. Bring the right heel down, reach both hands up. Left heel, arch alignment of the back right foot. Left knee over left heel, knees and toes facing forward, chest to the front of the room, hips to the front of the room. Root into the outside edge of that back right foot. Kind of pull the hip towards the left, kind of forward. Pull the navel towards the spine. Root to rise. And then on your next exhale, allow your hands to come down, palms down, out to the sides, and find a clasp behind the back. As you inhale, allow the sternum to lift up as your arms straighten towards the earth. Look up. And then as you exhale, forward fold. Allow the crown of your head to hover over the earth. Your left shoulder's inside that left knee. Allow your knuckles to go towards the earth. We're keeping the clasp. So if your hip pops way out to the left, just pull it in between the feet. Keep the left knee still over that left heel. Look at the back outside edge of that right foot. Is your hip high? Then slide the back foot back. Do all your fine tuning. That feels good. And then on your next exhale, gently release the clasp behind your hands and allow your hands to come to the floor. And then as you inhale, straighten the left leg, lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, fold your body over that left leg for pyramid. We're going to transition to Prasarita Padottanasana C. So as you inhale, lengthen through the spine, kind of coming halfway up. And then as you exhale, walk your hands to the right and turn your left toes to the right. And then as you inhale, back it up, extend your arms up. And as you exhale, fold as you clasp your hands behind your back. And then as you inhale, back your torso up again, like someone, and lengthen and straighten the arms. And then as you exhale, fold one more time, allowing the crown of your head to come towards the earth. Allow your knuckles to come towards the earth, any amount. So the trick to getting your knuckles towards the earth is to take your hairline back even further, like between your heels, like when we put our hands between our heels in Prasarita A. Same deal. The further back you can get your head, the more your fingers can maybe touch the floor. Take a few more breaths. And then as you inhale, nice and slowly, back it up. Long spine, release the hands, let them slide down your legs. Let them come to the floor, exhale right here. And then we're going to reach back again. So take a nice deep inhale. And this time as you exhale, see if you can walk your hands back again between your feet. See if maybe you can pull your body a little bit more between your legs. Just a few more breaths. And then when you're ready, as you inhale, begin to back it up, kind of walking your hands back under your body, turning your fingers forward. And as you exhale, frame that left foot. Walk your hands to the left, roll the right heel up. And then inhale, step that left leg back. Exhale, find that vinyasa or go right into a down dog. Take a few breaths right here. This time as you inhale, allow your heels to come up. As you exhale, bend the knees, lower the hips, look forward. At the end of the breath, your feet hop, step or jump forward. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. And then bend your knees. Inhale, find your chair pose. Exhale, come all the way up, hands down. Woo, take a moment right here. Chest up, shoulders down. Scan your body, notice how you feel. And then when you're ready, bend your knees, touch the floor with your hands. Inhale, find your chair pose. Exhale, pause right here. Take a moment. And then as you inhale, keeping the palms together, come back up to Tadasana. And then as you exhale, take the right leg back into Dakasana, Warrior 3, bringing your hands to your heart center. Take a few moments right here, leveling out the hips. Seeing if you can get your torso and leg in the same plane. And when you're ready, as you inhale, come back to Tadasana, bending the right knee, reaching the palms up. And as you exhale, cross that right leg over the left for eagle legs. And then bring right elbow over left for eagle arms. And then inhale, lift the elbows up as you look up just a little. And then exhale, nest your eagle, elbows all the way towards the body. And take a few breaths right here, releasing the low back. Two more breaths. Slowly allow your elbows to come away from your legs. Allow that right leg to come up. Exhale, release arms and legs. Tadasana. Take a moment. Woo. Scan your body, notice how you're feeling. And then as you inhale, allow your hands to come up and that left knee to come up for Tadasana. And then as you exhale, cross that left knee over that right and the left arm over the right. Oh, okay, I forgot my Dakasana. I gotta come back. We're gonna do it at the end. And then inhale, elbows away. Exhale, even deeper nesting into your eagle. Bringing arms and legs together. So we're going to come up into the Tadasana and then go back into the Warrior 3 Dakasana at the end this time. So as you inhale, allow the torso to come up, elbows away from the knees. Bring that left leg with you. Release the arms, palms together. Exhale. Shoot the left leg back, palms at your heart center. Warrior C, level out your hips. And when you're ready, as you inhale, come back out of it the same way you got into it, bending the left leg, reaching up. Exhale, hand and foot down. Tadasana. Woo, take a moment. Beautiful. So now we're going to work our bird of paradise. So go ahead and step back into a wide stance, not as wide as the Prasarita, a little bit wider than hips width. Turn your toes out. So normally we do that. Let's start in a squat. Malasana, palms together, pressing the elbows into the knees. Maybe shift a little left and right. Lately we've been doing the broken wing, where we wrap the arms around the bent leg. Today we're going to do bird of paradise, which is a little different entry. So I'll give you a little demo before we do it. When you release your hands, you bring them to the floor and you kind of lift your hips as your torso stays down. And then you take the right arm between the legs, I'll show you, and like this, and the left arm straight up. You see if you can find the bind. So maybe you'll need a little towel or a strap or something. Then you shift your weight to the left foot and your right heel comes up. And then whenever you're ready, start making your way up to standing. So maybe you're leaning against a wall while you do this. And once you get to standing, it's chest up, shoulders down. Really root into that standing foot. Once you're there and steady, then straighten the right leg. Try to hold for your 5 breaths. And then come out of it as slowly and gracefully, or better, than you came into it. Slowly releasing. And then release, come back into your squat as you lower your hips. Take a moment. So instead of reaching around the outside, we're going to go on the inside. So extend your left arm towards the floor as you lift your hips, and then reach your left arm between your legs behind you. And then around the left leg and up. The right hand goes around the opposite, around the back. And see if maybe you can find the entire wrist. And then shift your weight to the right foot, and then slide that left foot closer to you as the heel comes up. And then when you're ready, begin to allow the torso to come up, bringing the left leg with you. And then again, it's stacking your shoulders over your hips, pulling your navel towards your spine. And then when you're ready, straighten the leg last. Lift up through the sternum. Root in through the foot. Pull everything to the midline. Try to find your count of 5. And then slowly and gracefully come back out of it into your squat. Beautiful. And if you want to play with your crow, now's your time to do your crow. Hands, shoulders width apart. Fingers spread wide. Heel toe your feet together. If you need to go a little wider in the shoulder width, you can do that as well. Inhale your heels up. Put your knees in your armpits as your elbows go back. Don't be afraid to bend your knuckles. And then shift forward. You gotta look forward too, don't look down. Then once you've got both feet off the ground, begin pressing out of the floor. Gripping, gripping, pushing. Heels towards the glutes. And then do it 2 times, 5 breaths. Nice, you guys. That looks good. Nice, Teresa. Nice, Ashley. That looks great. Nice. And then maybe try side crow. So take your toes to the left. Keep your hands in the same spot. Take your knees to the left. So maybe your work is getting your palms down. That can be enough. I like to really kind of take my knees to the left, get all my skin out of the way. And then I kind of come up high. I take the outside of the right knee to the outside of the left elbow. And then I shift forward. Pull in with the right elbow. You either hover the hip or you can put the right hip, if you're flexible, on that right elbow. And you can keep the bent legs or you can straighten. But play with leveling out your torso, making sure one shoulder isn't dipped below the other. And then go to the second side. You can keep your feet the way they were, or you can turn them the opposite way. Walk your hands over to the other side. This time take your knees away from the body again. Hands, shoulders width. Outside of the left knee, outside of the right elbow. And then you lean up and forward. And either cheat, like I like to do, and drop the hip on the elbow. You can straighten the legs. You can keep them bent. Level out your shoulders. Nice, you guys, that looks great. And then when you're ready, you've done 2 times each, or you feel complete, you can come to Baddha Konasana. Nice. Inhale, chest up, long spine. I got a workout. Woo. Exhale, forward fold. This time as you inhale, allow your chest to come up. Exhale at the top, bring your hands to bring your knees together. Straighten out your legs. Inhale, reach up, Paschimottanasana. Exhale, reach forward. Either grab your big toes, outside edges of your feet. And inhale, back it up as you take a breath. Exhale, fold deeper. And then release your hands, inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down. This time widen your legs, Upavishta Konasana. So you can either walk your hands out or go for your big toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And then as you inhale, slowly come up. Bend Bend your knees, bring them together. Exhale here. Before you come down, let's find a boat pose. And you can keep the knees bent, you can straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Ooh, it's almost time for Shavasana. Chest up, shoulders down. Keep breathing. And see if you can grab your feet and pull yourself together. Chest towards your legs, still balancing. Looking up towards the feet. Oh, it's so hard. Exhale, straighten the arms. Release the feet, find your boat again. Chest up, shoulders down. And then slowly lower it down. Slow, slow, slow. Oh, there you go. Take a moment right here. And then bend the right knee, clasp your fingers, and pull that right leg in for a wind relieving pose. Release the right hand, take your left hand to the outside of the right knee and gently guide that right knee to the left side for a twist. Maybe even look at your right side and really open up that side body. And when you're ready, shift your gaze up towards the ceiling, unwind, coming back to laying on your back. Exhale, release that right leg. Bend the left knee, pull it in nice and close, wind relieving. Release the left hand, use your right hand to guide the left knee to the right side for a gentle twist on this side. And when you're ready, as you inhale, go back to laying on your back, releasing that left leg, straightening it out. Exhale, find a Shavasana. Hands out to the sides, away from the body, palms up. Separate your legs just enough so they're a little wider than your hips. Take a nice deep inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, let everything release. Observe your breath, notice the quality of the breath. Notice the feelings up and down your spine. Soften your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Soften your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Your next breath, make this as long and deep, as slow as you can. As you exhale, release all the tension. And begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Maybe as you inhale, reach your hands up over your head, get really long, make circles with the wrists. Maybe make circles with your ankles. And then as you exhale, begin to bend your knees and roll over to your favorite side. And just take a moment, and whenever you're ready, gently begin to press yourself up. And if you want to stay in Shavasana a little longer, you can. Otherwise, bring your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes. And bow your chin to your chest and just take a moment to thank yourself for making you a priority. I appreciate you guys all showing up to have class with me. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for supporting yourself. My name's Rochelle again. Namaste, everyone. Thank you.